No, I wish that's what happened, but no. What happened is he had to make sure that Brooke had closed all the doors. There was a big difference.
Yeah, but he got his answer, accepted it. Edmund is ready to move on, Maria, with you.
Too late.
It's never too late. He loves you. All right. He had some loose ties to clear up, okay. But he loves you as much as I know you love him. You can't hide that. It shows. Now, Maria, you finally have the assurance you need to believe that Edmund is fully committed to you. Isn't that what you wanted?
Where is he? Is he here?
After we talked, I heard him drive away. I don't know where he is right now.
But I do.
I've known Brooke since she was a mere slip of a girl. She's never done anything halfway. Now, she would not confess her attraction to another man, to both of you, and then blithely have an affair under your very nose. It just goes against her nature. She'd confess it all or confess nothing.
You are looking at a professional schemer. Listen to him.
If my math is correct, this baby was conceived right about the time that I took off for Canada with Ted.
Well, that was right about the time she decided not to use protection when you guys made love.
It could have happened like that, or maybe while I was away.
No, you were away, but I wasn't. I was right here. I saw Brooke every single day, and when she told me about leaving that diaphragm in the drawer that night, I'm telling you, she was racked with guilt. She was desperate. She was desperately trying to save your marriage, not end it.
Oh, come on, Mama. Brooke could have very easily slept with Edmund a few hours later.
She doesn't have it in her, honey. That baby is yours. Now, when she heard that judge throw out that prenup agreement, poor Brooke, she just got so mad she said the first mean thing that popped into her head, which happened to be a big, fat whopper. We just gotta hope that maybe she's calmed down and come to her senses and she apologizes once the court reconvenes.
Yeah, I think Opal's right, absolutely. But, you know, the judge isn't going to buy that lame story.
She will if Edmund backs her up.
Are you here to back me up, Edmund? Is that why you came?
Aren't you in the least bit curious as to what happened to Maria and me when you left Wildwood? Huh?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for her to hear that. I didn't know she was in the house. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Okay. What about tomorrow's headlines? Do you think she might read them? Brooke English names Edmund Gray father of her child. Do you think, how would she feel then?
Look, I was only doing what I had to do.
Oh, come on. You led her to believe that I was having an affair with you.
I know that, Edmund. I know what I did.
No, I don't think you do. You know, time and time again, I asked you to come back to me, and you turned me down flat.
I'm sorry.
Sorry's not good enough, Brooke. And now you come to me and you ask me to lie and pretend that the father of the baby is me, to pretend that child is mine when you have to know how much I wish it were?
Look, I did what I had to do. I swear, all right, I didn't have any other choice.
Oh, come on. They don't steal babies from mothers' arms and give them to idiots like Tad Martin in this country.
Listen to me. His lawyer is a shark. You don't know. And Judge Hale... Edmund, please. Please, for the sake of my children, please.
There'll be another way. I will help you find it, Brooke.
There isn't another way. I already shouted it out in court. I said, you know, that Dad didn't have any parental rights to this child that I'm carrying. And if I don't name somebody else, they're going to know that I am lying.
You really painted yourself into a corner on this one.
It's worse than that. It's worse than that. They're going to think I'm crazy. That I'm vindictive, that I'm unfit to be a mother unless you help me. Edmund, please, don't let me down. You will do this for me. Won't you?
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I thought I could count on you. I remember every word for word that you said to me at Tom and Livia's on Christmas Eve. You said to me, if I ever needed anything, I could
short
come
of
to
lies,
you.
Brooke.
You said anything, Edmund. And you said all I had to do was let you know. I said I would let you know, and that's what I'm doing you now. I'm letting you know I need you. I need you now more than I have ever needed anyone.
No, Brooke, no.
You're turning me down.
It's not me that you need. It's the lies you want me to tell. And lies beget lies. And you're so caught up in trying to protect yours, you can't even see that none of it adds up. Brooke, think. Let me just say that I testify in court that I could be the father of the child. Now, Tad's going to want to order a paternity test as soon as the baby is born, and so would the court. Now, what would that prove? What would that accomplish? Now, why drag us through all that? Why drag my engagement to Maria through all this?
I need time. Don't you understand that time is the only thing I have on my side? The judge, he already ruled in favor of Tad. He threw out the original custody agreement. And you heard Tad threaten me. The next thing he's going to go for sole, legal, and physical custody of Jamie and this new baby. And if you don't help me, he will win.
I just think. How is claiming that you committed adultery and conceived a child with me possibly going to help you retain sole possession of Jamie, huh? And everybody knows he's Tad's kid.
This baby can't be his child, okay? It'll just make it that much harder to break away from him. Don't you see? I can't stay here. It's not possible for me to stay in this town. I have 2 children by a man who left me pregnant not once but twice for the same woman. It's just not possible. Don't you understand that? 6,000 miles away, it's not far enough. It's not far enough. Even Hawaii is not far enough.
You're not thinking logically.
You don't understand. You don't. Nobody understands. It took me so long to get to this place. And I gave up a lot along the way. I made it look a lot easier than it was. And I made it look a lot easier than it was, Edmund. But I didn't give up, all right? I didn't give up. I kept going. I had children. I learned to be strong. I learned to be fair. And for what? For what? I have to hold on to what is left. I have to hold on to what is mine and what will always be mine. Edmund, I cannot lose another child. I cannot lose Jamie and this new baby, Edmund. I'll die if I do.
You're not going to lose your children. You're not going to lose them. You got to believe me.
How? Edmund, how?
You've had your guns trained on Erica ever since you hit this town, haven't you, Kendall? Kendall Hart is well aware of her mother's legal and personal problems, and that's why she picks this moment, this public moment, to confront her mother with the man who raped her for her birthday present.
If you continue to slander me, I shall sue you.
Be my guest, Fields. Let's go all the way to the Supreme Court, huh? Just you and me. You know every word I'm saying here is the truth.
Miss Hart, how long have you known that Richard Fields is your father?
Erica, my mother, told me soon after I arrived in Pine Valley. Now I feel as if I've known him my entire life. He's wonderful. Richard Fields is a kind and gentle artist who always longed for a child. And now he has one. But Erica never told him about me. She lied about everything.
What about Erica, Kendall?
Is she guilty?
That's up to the jury to decide.
What do you think?
I think everyone's emotions are kind
Ladies
of
and
wrong.
gentlemen, I think You all realize by now that this is an act. Erica threw Kendall out. She discovered that Kendall was trying to undermine her every move secretly, behind her back. That, and then tried to build this relationship with Richard Fields. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And Miss Hart here didn't take too kindly to being dumped from the lap of luxury, did you, Kendall? So what you see in front of you today, ladies and gentlemen, is her pathetic attempt at revenge.
Erica is trying to blame stabbing her husband on a rape that never happened. The accused rapist has a right to defend himself.
There is no defense for what he did. Nor is there any defense for a daughter who would do to her mother what Kendall Hart is trying right now to do to Erica Kane.
Jack stayed back there for damage control. He'll take care of that. Don't worry.
You tell them the real story and show those two for what they really are. Evil.
So, what do you want to do now?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's review the options. We can stay here and ride it out. We could probably beat it out the back way. Or we could go back to the press conference. It's up to you.
Part of me would like to just throw a blanket over my head. Stay in a closet for the rest of my life. Part of me would like to go back in there. I'd like to annihilate Richard Fields. Darling, why would you ever want to confront him again? Because he's haunted me. He's haunted me for years, Mother, and he will continue to haunt me if I let him.
Whatever you want is okay. Hey, you've gone 2.5 decades without confronting him. There's nothing wrong with walking away from conflict. Sometimes that's the only smart choice.
Alex sounds like he's making a lot of sense.
Oh, I'm not telling her anything she doesn't know. You really are an amazing woman. That was a terrible, terrible thing to go through as a child. But you didn't let it ruin your life. You let it go. With, I'm sure, a lot of help. You turned into one of the most beautiful, charming, and successful women in the world, and you have got a legion of loyal followers who would happily move heaven and earth to help you get through this. And I have suddenly found that I am one of them. So whatever you want, it is okay. We'll be there with you. It's up to you.
Miss Frye, have you had sufficient time to confer with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Logan?
We're prepared, Your Honor.
Very well. Assuming that we've all spent the recess productively examining new information relevant to the best interests of the minor child, James Edward Martin, and his in utero brother or sister, we'll start with Mrs. Martin. Would you like to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Mrs. Martin, would you please take the stand?
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
When court adjourned earlier, you claimed that your husband, Tad Martin, was not the father of the child you're carrying and offered to prove it by bringing the